everybody. Welcome to the Sweet Talks podcast. My name's Chantal.
And I'm Nakima.
And I'm Rihanna.
Coolio. So today we've been joined in the studio with a guest by the name of Bemi. The beautiful Bemi.
Bemi.
What up, people? Not for Glenn, no jigger.
Yeah, man. She's actually agreed and has been very brave to come on and talk to us about her experiences of having something that's called borderline personality disorder. And it's up to you, Bemi. Do you want to just talk about it, or do you want us to ask you questions, or how do you want to go about it?
I think you should do a bit of both, because like I said,
Okay. Alright. So
after a while, get into it.
No problem.
Alright, no problem. Alright, so when would you say you first noticed that maybe you felt things differently or dealt with things differently to other people?
I think for me, I didn't actually realise there was something wrong with me until I was probably about 20. And I can't actually remember what happened, but I ended up going to that mental health clinic, and then they diagnosed me that I can't actually remember what I did.
Yeah.
And they diagnosed me, and I remember I was so upset. I was literally crying because obviously borderline. It sounds so harsh. I was like,
it does.
There's something wrong with my personality.
Yeah.
I'm hilarious. Like, what's going on? So I remember I cried for like 2 days. Then when I actually read about it, because you know they tell you quite generically, like you've got this, blah blah blah. When I actually read on it, I was like, okay, okay.
It's better than what it's called now.
No, it's better. Yeah. What's it called now?
Emotionally unstable personality
Oh,
disorder.
please.
Even worse. I hate the new name. I really do. Emotionally unstable personality disorder. Yeah.
I'm not emotionally unstable.
I think it's the worst thing to say.
I do agree with.
You know what it is? I think it's the word instability that doesn't help.
Yeah, because borderline personality is like, what do you mean borderline?
Borderline, yeah.
What do you mean borderline?
Yeah, not quite there.
Wait, am I not so, yeah, am I not wide correctly or something?
What's the
what
border?
do you mean?
What borders?
What?
do you mean?
But yeah, I was so upset about it, but like, the more I understand it now, and I go therapy myself, I actually realise, especially like the intense feelings, that I can love you and then hate you intensely.
Yeah.
But I love you, but I hate you.
And it just switches.
Yeah, it just switches, and it doesn't take a lot to trip me off. And also, I suppose another one is holding on to relationships longer than you're supposed to. That is something I realised in my actual relationships. That it was like people I should have just cut off. I will hold on and hold on and hold on, and I take so much. Am I slow?
Yeah.
If you want to,
I take so much crap from people. When I should really just actually keep it moving. And I think that does go with self-love. I think I didn't love myself for a long time. A long time. But it's a journey that I'm on, and I'm kind of glad that I'm getting on the other side. Because I was really dark before. Really dark before. Like, I attempted to take my life before. So, like, now I look back and think, what the fuck was you doing? Like, I always tell people, like, these temporary emotions, like, you don't want to act on temporary emotions. That's the worst thing.
Definitely.
And that's something I struggle with, because when I'm angry,
you're all the way angry.
I'm all the way angry. And sometimes you do things or say things that you can't take back. So sometimes you have to like count to 3 and just like, is this worth it? But it's very hard when you're in that state. And not everyone's understanding. And to be fair, I don't think you should make people understand. If you know what I mean? Because, okay, yes, I've got BPD, but I don't tell the world. Like, this is the first time. You guys got an exclusive.
Yay! Happy.
I don't tell the world. But it's hard for people to understand, and I don't think I should just be like, well, I've got BPD, so I could treat you like crap. Like,
no, I agree.
And I think a lot of people, and I know people who are bipolar, they'll be like, yeah, it's my bipolar. So, no, it's not your bipolar, you're just a fucking arsehole.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
You're right, though.
It's
100%.
true. They hide behind the mental illness, and it gives mental illness a bad stigma. So everyone's like that.
Perfect.
Well, at least you're taking responsibility and accountability. I appreciate
I can be a bitch. I'll tell you straight. I can be a bitch, but things that I can recognise when I'm a bitch, and I will apologise. I'm not wrong and strong. I will know, like, I'll try and explain to you why I was feeling like that, but then I will be the adult and apologise for my behaviour.
The adult, the maturity, you know, regulating your emotions, you know, accountability, responsibility. Sorry. Can you hear me? No?
No, you need to be from
responsibility, accountability. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, before going further, I feel like we should explain
What, borderline personality disorder?
And I've just gone on Google because Google is our friend.
That's
what
I was about to say.
Can you let me finish?
Sorry. Oh, my bad.
I was going to say Google is always right, being sarcastic, but you like ruined it.
Oh, no. Sorry.
Just can't get the stuff, can you?
No, clearly.
Just kind of ruined the punchline.
Literally.
Oh, no.
But it's alright, it's cool. So, according to Google. Yeah, according to Google, but borderline personality disorder is a condition that affects the way you think, feel, interact with other people. Symptoms of borderline personality disorder include emotional instability, which we love, having upsetting thoughts and acting without thinking. The main treatment for borderline personality disorder is psychotherapy and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But please take that with a pinch of salt.
Well, not all of it. Not take all of it with a pinch of salt. Some of it.
Take some of it.
Yeah, some of it with a pinch of salt. For real. I hear that.
But I don't take no medication or nothing.
Okay.
No, yeah.
No.
You don't have to.
I took sertraline and that made me. I was loopy, so I was like, never again. It made me even worse. So I just guess it's God and just my self strength that I just get myself out. But one thing I learnt now is I can recognise when I'm going down.
Okay.
I can recognise it straight away and I'll go for help. Whereas before I'd let it build up.
Yeah.
And you get into a dark place.
Then I popped codeine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And like you said, you're in therapy now, aren't you?
Yeah. So
what would you say, like, some of the things that you notice about yourself? So you know, you said that you notice that you go down. What would you say some of the things are that you notice about yourself when you recognise that?
Well, number one is I feel really low, like really low.
Mm-hmm.
You can't describe it. You feel low. And then I'll be crying all the time. Yeah, probably mentally unstable. Do you know what I mean? I'll be crying all the time. So the person who told us to put our phone on silent.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the family, girl. Okay. So,
I just feel really low. I don't want to do anything. I just want to stay in bed and hide. I just know when I'm starting to feel like that. But because I have my therapist, I see her every week, and I don't know if you heard of the frontline therapist.
Yeah.
I'm with them.
Yeah.
And Esther's been amazing because between the time of me seeing my therapist, if I have like a crisis, I can call her at any time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she will see me and she will talk to me and so even if I am feeling low, I can ring her, Esther, I need to talk to someone, I need to talk to someone now, and she will talk to me. So that's I think that's how I manage it. It's not free though.
Of course it's not free. Of course that's not free.
Edit that out.
No, it's alright. No, they need to know that is not free. You will not get that on the NHS, people.
No, it's true though. So, but then in that moment, I actually don't care. I remember one time she was like, "But it's not the. I don't care. Just talk to me, please." Like, I'm good like that. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind. At that point, I'll give you $1,000. Just talk to me, please.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh,
I get it. And like you said, it's a good thing that you do recognise when you are feeling that dip, I guess. That you're able to kind of catch yourself before it gets a bit too low.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, if you don't mind. It's about the NHS system and how. Oh, yeah, okay. Forget it.
And there it is.
There it is. You've answered my question right there. It says a lot. That speaks volumes because we're accessing these services and they're there to help. But in your opinion, are they helping?
In my opinion, for my circumstances, some people do good, some people do
I'm
bad.
sure.
For me, I like the frontline therapist is private, so that says it all ridiculous. I had to go and get my own because I didn't want to do what's it, CBD?
CBT. Yeah.
CBD. We did it.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, it's the.
We know what you
drugs.
mean. We know what you mean.
I hated that. I just need, for me, I just needed a space where I could talk about problems. I don't want you to tell me to think about, I don't want to think, I just want to talk about problems. That was too much of, why don't you think about, no, I don't want to think.
Yeah. And that's fair, that's fair for some people, certain things work, some people, do you know what I mean? So what I do appreciate is, sorry to cut you, but what I appreciate is the fact that you know that. What bothers me more than anything is that when we sit in it, for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and we're unhappy with the circle that we're getting. 100%. It doesn't work. That really bothers me. So
they used to give me homework. I don't want to do homework.
Yeah, that is definitely CBT.
Give me homework. I'm not doing homework.
Yeah.
So someday I'll do it and I just didn't go back.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough.
But yeah, the therapist I have now are really good.
Good.
Really good.
That's what you are.
Yeah, because when I met her, I was thinking, oh my god, she was about 12. Sorry, Yasmin.
Don't worry. She probably appreciates.
No, but she did. She looked about 12, and I was like, what am I gonna get from you? But
That's
then,
hilarious.
but speaking to her, she's phenomenal. She's phenomenal. So you
I
should
love
have
that.
looked back to cover.
I love
Yes.
So I told you I'm a bitch. I just judge people.
that. We all do it.
Yeah.
We
We
all
all
do
do
it.
it, though.
Judgment, you know.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be a term for it. Stereotyping.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a term if there wasn't.
So is it Buckinghamshire?
Yeah.
What is it like down there? Like, are people more? Is mental health more accessible? Are people more willing to go down there? Because I really don't know. Because I've never been. Like, what is life like down there, or up there, or whatever it is?
It's down.
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 Outside
You're up
London,
north. You guys up north.
Yeah, outside London is down. Yeah.
I think, well, like I said, I can only speak for myself. I think they have like mind and stuff down there. Yeah, and rethink. I think
Yeah.
all that stuff. It is accessible, and they do promote it a lot.
Oh, that's good.
But then you'll be promoted to be on a waiting list for a year.
Yeah.
But this is
Yeah.
it again.
So
Typical.
yeah, so
And your need is right now. So yeah.
That's
Timing.
interesting.
Typical.
But they're promoting it and then you're on a waiting list for a year.
I am exaggerating, but you know
No,
what I mean?
but
No, it's for a long
even
time.
if it's
It's like
3 months,
waiting
even
for that long.
the
No, it's
process
not.
to getting what you actually need from them promoting it, you're seeing the services out there to actually what support you actually get. Is it correct? What was the assessment stage like? You know what I mean? Like that whole.
The whole
Yeah,
process.
from the assessment to you seeing a therapist, that can actually take a year.
Yeah.
The assessment's quick. You think, oh yeah, and then you're waiting.
And then 3 to 4 different issues have happened, or it's a different stage of your life.
Yeah.
and you don't need it anymore. Or
It's not appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah, or it's not appropriate. You probably need some more intensive therapy than probably what you needed in the
Or
beginning.
less, or
Or
whatever.
less, yeah.
That happens a lot.
Mm.
I hear that.
Okay, I like this.
other than that, Buckinghamshire's quite boring. Sheep, and fields,
Oh,
cows,
okay. Oh, right, okay.
green signposts.
It's a great place to probably do some mindfulness in
It's
the
good.
middle of
No,
the,
I'm not-
middle of the
You
field.
could walk by the river and like, do you know what I mean? I used to do that.
Okay.
That's
Go
nice.
walk by the river, go walk in the fields, be one with nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is ecotherapy now, so
Yeah.
Okay,
people
it
love
is
all that.
quite
Not me.
good.
I don't do that.
And the air's clean.
Mm.
You're like, I don't know if you've been to London.
Yeah.
London's just
It's
dirty.
a heavy,
It is.
dirty area.
It is.
Dirty. You wipe your face and it's black.
Mm.
Whereas this is like fresh air.
Mm.
True.
That's
Interesting.
nice. That's true.
It's true.
So in terms of like relationships and stuff, how do you find navigating them? So I know you were saying earlier, like sometimes the relationships that you wish that you kind of dropped. I'm not talking about romantic ones necessarily.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean like
In general,
yeah, just in
relationships.
general. So like friendships or family.
I
or,
noticed with my friendships, I couldn't hold them very long.
Mhm.
I was like, it's like a friend hoe. It's a hobby.
Yeah, yeah,
A friendship for friendship.
yeah.
Whereas now I've got like stable people in my life who I've been with, who have known me for ages. And I was like, I guess that was me being young and me not understanding myself at the time. In terms of like relationships, like with guys,
Mhm.
I'm straight. Not being straight.
There's
the bad
nothing
thing.
wrong
No.
with being
I was
straight.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
that's where I had an issue because I had really bad attachment. And when I fall in love with someone, I fall in love with them so deeply, I lose my head.
Yeah, yeah.
I completely lose my head. I lose all reasoning, lose everything.
Yeah.
And
Well,
yeah.
at least you're honest. You're honest about it.
No, because I've realised it now. And the thing is, I used to be mad at him. I'm not mad at him no more. I'm kind of mad at myself because I should have been able to recognise these traits and
Yeah.
walk out of it. And I don't think I ignored them. No, I don't think I didn't recognise I ignored them
Yeah.
because you don't want to believe it is what it is.
Yeah.
I think that's a big problem.
Yes.
You know, we all know.
Yeah.
You see that
But then
red
I
flag?
will also say nobody walks into an abusive relationship and be like, yeah, I want to be abused, so I'm going to
No.
stay in this.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
You see them red flags, them little tiny
You
ones.
see them.
Yeah.
You just think,
The big old shit, cruise shit.
Just
Yeah.
try and
Cruise ship.
justify their behaviour. Like, maybe I was wrong, or maybe no,
Yeah.
it's a prick.
Yeah.
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 We need to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
boundaried or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Yes, yes, yes.
Do you feel more comfortable now putting boundaries in place?
Oh, I told you I'm a bitch now.
Oh well, yes, she did.
Okay.
You get your foot down.
It's not even
Put your foot
1,
down.
2, 3. It's 1 out.
Out.
That's
Wow.
good.
Not even a
Loved
basketball, baseball countdown.
No, not
Not 3
nothing.
strikes and you're out. Just,
No. Just out.
just out.
Just out.
I think that's quite important for your subconscious, internally. Telling yourself, I'm worth.
I do hear that, but then I also think it's a bad thing because no one's perfect, so people are going to make mistakes. And you shouldn't be. I feel like I shouldn't be so savage. Since I see traits of my ex, goodbye.
One.
Goodbye. Good night.
It depends on what the trait. Well,
I think it's a difficult one because at the end of the day, we do have to be boundaried and we do have to kind of pay attention to those red cruise ships that we do see. But at the same time, I suppose if you're, I think it's subjective because if to you you're being fair, and if to you feel like, okay, you know what, because of X, Y, Z, I'm not going to accept X, Y, Z from somebody else, then there's nothing wrong with kind of being boundaries and very, very kind of blunt about that. However, for me, it'd be about how it's done. Do you know what I mean? Not necessarily what we're doing, but how it's done. So, be boundary by all means, but I guess it's how you say it, or you know what I mean. Like
I don't say a block.
Oh.
well,
Then you know what? For you that works. For other people that wouldn't work. Do you know what I mean? And that's just, you know. And for example, I use myself. For me, I'm a confrontational person in both senses, in a positive way and in a negative way. Yeah, I'll do both.
Own it.
Yeah. So, for example, if me and Nikima stop talking, I will let her know this is the reason why we're not talking anymore. Because I would never just cut you off. Because you know why? Because God, He's given me a massive conscience. So God will not let me sleep until Nikima knows.
Why?
While we're not missing them.
Right.
And even if that means that we then, once I tell her we can't agree, cool.
At least
but
you know.
you know. Do you know what I mean? When you don't know, he keep me up all night.
Yeah, but would you do that about someone you care about?
Yeah.
I know you don't care about.
Yeah. Well,
you don't care
the thing
about
is,
them.
if you're in my life, I care about you. How much? Well, that
varies.
But I care about you. So whichever, even if from the person that I care about the least to the most, I will still address it.
Yeah.
Because for me, I
Peace.
don't like the word closure, but I guess closure.
Is peace in there?
Peace, all that sort of stuff is important. And understanding, do you know what I mean? And I have no problem saying to you, you know what? Because I've said to somebody, for example, I said to them, what do I do for you as a what do I do for you as a friend? They couldn't answer me. Okay, fair enough. So if I don't do nothing for you as a friend, you don't do nothing for me. So what is still friend?
I thought I was savage.
No,
I'm not that bad.
No. So how I'm saying it to you,
Wow.
it will vary depending on who the person is. That person that I'm talking about was a very sensitive person, so I'm not gonna say it like that. But the questioning was the same. That person couldn't answer me. Okay, well I'm not a benefit to you, and if I'm not a benefit to you in terms of a friend, and you can't come to me when you need to, for whatever reason, we just don't fit. Then why are we still pretending and hanging around as if we're friends? Because our family are friends. Why?
How old were you when you said this? I think I asked you this when you first told me.
I feel like I either was 16 or like I just left school, so I was like 16, 17.
So when she told me this story, and I was like, "How old were you when you say this?" And I thought, Rihanna, you got next level understanding and reasoning. She said, "Don't get it wrong. It was a difficult conversation to have, but it had to be had." And actually, that friend probably gave you, or ex-friend, gave you respect due because you come to her like a, you know what I mean? I see you. What are we doing?
And don't get me wrong, that's not all my friendships. Some friendships we've just literally just grown apart.
Yeah.
Some they've just stopped coming around.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Sure. But you
So I haven't
remember
been
that
able
one.
to that. But I try in a very I try with everybody to at least say to them, okay, this is why X, Y, Z. And like I said, that's just me, because I know I will not be able to sleep until that happens. Even if that means I've upset.
And it doesn't matter whether I accept it or not.
No.
It's the fact that that's for you.
But that happens even if we've had an argument.
I'm like that though a bit.
Even when we had an argument,
A bit, yeah.
I had to say something. I can't not.
But I'm only like that if I care about the person.
Okay.
Yeah, if I care about the person, then I see what you're saying. You don't wanna, go to sleep on bad terms and things like that. I can't do that because I will be up all night.
Yeah.
But if I don't care about them, they get blocked.
No, that works for you.
And that works, and
for
that's
you.
fine.
That
Absolutely.
works.
Good old block and delete, eh?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Just you guys, oh god. One little block. Like, I'm gonna give you
Sometimes it's
the
justified.
DP will just disappear.
Yeah, sometimes I have to get blocked because blocks that out of order.
Yeah, you got blocked them.
100%.
They don't want that energy.
100%.